Hey guys, it's Leslie. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different this month. I'm gonna try Vlogmas. Okay, to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do 24 videos before Christmas and upload every day, but I'm gonna try. Okay, but I don't want your expectations to be too high. Okay, I'm probably gonna miss a few days, maybe a lot of days, but I have a goal with this. And I'm trying out something a little bit different. I'm trying to push my art into productivity, basically. I'm trying to develop a style where I can work really quickly, maintain my style, maintain the level that I hope to achieve in terms of finish, but work quicker, okay? And that's just practice. So that's what Vlogmas is to me. It's practice. It's gonna be me practicing illustrations, all within a theme. Okay, so our 24 days of Vlogmas are themed around religious festivals, religious observances during December, and the differences between them. So I hope you enjoy it. It's mostly going to be sped up because that would be a really long video every day. They're going to be sped up, and then I'd like to talk about what I'm painting. So it's like visual eye candy and maybe a little bit of learning at once. So I hope you like them. It's an experiment. I want to try things that I'm interested in, and hopefully you like them too. So let's see. Let's get started. This is Isis and Horus, and you will notice a theme, an ongoing repeated theme of the birth of light, which is essentially the basis of all religious observances in December. Not all, most though, a great majority, most. Okay, so enjoy. See you guys later.
Hey guys, let's talk about Isis for a minute. Isis, Osiris, and Horus are interesting family grouping for today's Vlogmas. Isis was worshipped way early in Egyptian history. The whole Osiris, Ra, Isis, Set, Horus story was pretty solid by about 2400 BCE, and so it was around probably much earlier than that. But predominantly Egyptian, also became Greco-Roman worship, Isis. That was around, 400 BCE until about 570 AD CE, Common Era, before they tore down Isis's temples. Anyway, it's kind of nice. It's nice to have a goddess in there. It's nice that there's, a female mask of divinity in there, unlike the Abrahamic traditions, which were all male gods, no female divinity anywhere to be found, so fuck that shit. So, yay, Isis. Okay, so Isis and Osiris were married, weirdly brother and sister married. So Osiris was similar to Ra, or thought of as Ra, or a counterpart to Ra, similar to Ra. He was the lord of Egypt and the lord of the realm, married to Isis, who was the mother of all things, the mother of life, the mother of the sun, literally S-O-N and S-U-N, which is interesting because Ra was the sun and Osiris was the sun, was the light, and Isis was called the mother of Egypt, and she had on her head the solar Ma'at, which was the solar disc with the cow horns, because she was the giver of milk. A counterpart to her was Mat, who was the weigher of hearts in the underworld, who would weigh your heart against a feather to determine your worth and your value and whether you were allowed to be in the underworld or not. And so that's interesting. That weighing is very similar to truth and the justice card in the tarot deck. And Isis was known as justice and rightness and truth. So that's interesting. Isis's headdress was also a throne. Isis was called the throne, and pharaohs would sit on her lap and be protected by her wings or her arms. So the story of Osiris and Isis is that they were married, and Isis was also either had a sister or had an alter ego of Nephthys, which is like the dark side. Set is also considered to be the brother of Osiris, or also the dark side of Osiris. And Set killed Osiris, either because he was jealous that Osiris had the sexy times with Nephthys, or because he was angry that Osiris kicked him once. So he killed him. Cut his body up into little pieces and threw it to the four corners of the world, which is very similar to all the wheat gods, all the vegetation gods who are slain and their blood pours upon the earth to give fertilization to the fields and to ensure a bountiful harvest. That's very similar. So Osiris was killed by his brother and thrown to all the four corners of the earth, and then Isis gathered up his pieces, except for his penis. She couldn't find his penis, so she made it out of clay, and she had post-death coitus with Osiris and gave birth to Horus. Horus, who is literally the birth of light. He was born on December 25th, or the 21st. His feasts and celebrations and festivals were all around the winter solstice, which is the longest night of the year. And this is the retelling of the story. This is the recurring story again and again, where the birth of light comes during the darkest night of the year. So the divine child of light, the divine light, is born, defeats the darkness, and is born on the winter solstice, and then begins to rise again. The same thing can be said about Set murdering Osiris, where Osiris was the king of light. They are similar to the Oak King and the Holly King, which fought their ongoing battle forever and ever, where one king is the light bringer and reigns during the fertile part of the year, and then Set, or the dark one, comes and reigns during the darkness. And they battle back and forth for primacy, which is an ongoing story as well. Okay, so that's the story of Isis and Horus, and another kind of universal story of the birth of light during the winter solstice. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow for another Vlogmas.